Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 34. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report, where we once again going to go through all our individual Decenomy coins, figure out which ones are actually up, which ones are down. We have a bit of a warning because there was a hack attack also on yield notes, which we didn't manage to get in last week's news report, so we're going to tell you a bit more about that, but don't worry, it's not as bad as it sounds. And Trillant is actually on the move with something new, hopefully more than the last word salad that we reported on last week here. There is going to be a bit of a webinar. We have a closer look at when exactly that is. And of course, we have to go through all our individual robots. It has been in some way, shape and form a sense of a very calm market. So on the Profit Retriever, on the Money Tree EA, on the Trade Explorer, etc. So, but all in all, it has been a profitable week. But very, very steady and slow progress all the way around. But let's have a closer look at exactly how the week went. Now, the first part I mentioned to you about here was actually yield notes and a bit of a warning we get when we log into our platform of yield notes itself. And this is under the report part. It says, after detecting a data breach extension to our website, we additionally got under hack attack or hacker attack. To avoid any further data breach, we close the section. For now, all of your data are securely stored. Obviously, this is a bit of a concern, but we didn't really see anything coming out on email from Steve, the CEO here of Yield Notes, so we assume that they have things under control. We have moved our NFT over to our cold wallet, so we are not too concerned, but obviously the people that still need to move the NFT or their initial sum over here, so it is definitely still a good thing to do, also because there is a couple of things that we have discussed in the last couple of weeks where there's an important reminder we continue to basically preach to everybody here. And this is from an email now several weeks old where it says the deadline to claim your yield notes NFT is rapidly approaching, comes up on the 1st of October at 2400 hours UTC +2. Any unclaimed NFTs after this deadline will be burned, destroyed, thereby increasing the rarity and potential value of the claimed NFTs. While this action will not erase your yield notes balance, the average or the advantages associated with the NFT ownership, such as self-governance of your balance, the 120% buyback terms, potential marketplace appreciation, and more, will be forfeited. And again, in order to help navigate the new terrain, we create a comprehensive NFT frequently asked questions site and a rich library of community videos in various languages to guide you through the buying, selling, and storing and more. And then you have the link, as we have shown here a couple of times, now leading over to the Yield Notes NFT table of contents, basically going through the individual steps, all you need to know about exactly how you can move your NFT, how you can claim it, and what exactly is going to happen. And later on, hopefully, we will also hear back from Yield Notes again when we can then put it into the platform again or anything else that comes out of it in the next 3 to 6 months. Now, if we go and have a look at SAPP and Sapphire coin here, it has been a pretty much standard week. And if we have a look at the return on the investment for the Sapphire coin on the iHost MN, we can see that the profit we had was 60% per year. Has dropped a bit to 58.7, so small little percentage decline, but again it varies all the way through the week, so this is just an instantaneous moment here where we're showing that we basically on the shared masternoding did about 3% for SAPP this week, and that is pretty much standard. Overall coin development has again gone in a negative direction, and it has gone down to very, very close to the all-time low that we actually had. At minus 84.61%, so definitely not a good development on the Sapphire coin. It also shows that it's pretty much at the rock bottom where it started off long time ago, and hopefully we will see something happening, so once yield notes come back up. Peony also here, very, very little movement. Return on the investment is pretty much the same last week as the week before, around the 49%. Shared masternoding, that is up by 10%. That is obviously nice. So should ever the PNY coins come back up, you can see we have 1,200% of coins compared to where we started. But at the moment, overall coin development is still very much down to minus 96.83. So that is definitely not helping any improvement. And as you can see on the graph here also, it is the standard graph that we have now seen for months and months. Going over to Birake, which is the only one where we can see some reasonable movement. Also here, it hasn't changed much on the return on the investment on the iHost MN website here. 120% was last week. Now it's down to 119, but still it means we get about 10% for the week, which is also quite common when it comes to beer. So not really a big problem, but overall coin development here has moved slightly forwards. But again, we are only talking about 1% and a bit, and obviously not enough to make us happy. We can see that the downturn for the graph, it is still going down slowly but surely. And we also believe that that will continue to happen until we get some really good news, hopefully out of maybe Q4. So the last quarter of this particular year here, and Steve will tell us exactly what's going to happen when we can get everything back on track. Back on track, well, it depends on which way you want to have a look at it, because Bitcoin has come down again from the 30,000 range it was at. When we last took a look at it, it was around 28,600 last week. Since then, it actually dropped, and we were quite happy with that because we have our profit retriever robot actually running this particular Bitcoin here. It has been a drawdown for quite a few weeks, simply after the big buy that happens where it jumped up to the 30,000. Couldn't really cash back in again, but just as it came back here, it's now back into the trading section and not too far off. But since then, it has also been extremely boring to have a look at the Bitcoin because it's been pretty much trading sideways most of the entire week, only with a small little hint upwards in the direction here. And at the moment, it's trading around 26,450. And let's see if we can gain some of the loss back in the next week. BNB also took the same drop as we saw Bitcoin here, but it has taken a bit longer to get to the bottom. So the bottom was only reached here a couple of days ago. Since then, things has been moving forwards again. And at the moment, it is trading around 219, which is extremely low. We haven't seen that in a long time, and definitely not this year. Now, I mentioned before that we have some Trillant news. Last week we mentioned here that there was something coming, but we didn't exactly know what that was. Well, at least now we have a bit of an idea because an email was sent out on the news report saying, attention, important announcement. Trillant invites you to join us on Monday, the 28th of August at 8 p.m. So Central European Standard Time there for one of the year's most important and exciting webinars. CEO Birake will personally reveal the latest development and groundbreaking news you won't want to miss, and definitely no, we don't want to miss that. We have been looking forward to what is actually happening with the Trillant platform. They go on here with the shared excitement. Invite friends and family to attend this extraordinary event. Stay tuned for an unforgettable presentation that has the potential to turn on everything towards the future. And again, save the date and be there. We will make history. Well, so far, we have made history that we couldn't get any money out. It was basically supposed to start here with the tree back in December 2022. And then afterwards, we were supposed to have the stablecoin. That's what everybody was looking forward for by the end of Q1. Nothing happened. No real information coming out of why that was. I did manage to mention that in a video here now quite a few weeks ago. But let's see what Birake and the rest of the team has now developed. Don't expect here, though, that you're going to get all your money out from the Trillant platform tomorrow. I really don't think that that's going to happen. But obviously, we will have to wait and see exactly what they're going to have to tell us. Now, the link in here, you basically go to your Trillant platform, find your link in there, or if you are already part of the Telegram community. There's also a link in here. It's not one I was going to share outside of the community itself at the moment. So go on your platform, have a look at it, and write down the date. It's 8 p.m. German time. So, and obviously we are looking very much forward to seeing what is coming out of it. Hopefully we can also report on more good news, hopefully by next week. Now, if we have a look at the Tree coin, and this is not the stable coin, we can see on the xt.com market, it has been going down after we had a short little burst upwards last week. Again, it has dropped down now to 0.0002368. So obviously not the right direction again here, and it seems to be continuing to hover in that particular area for the last many weeks and months. And same thing here on CoinStore. CoinStore is actually a bit lower, as you can see here, so 0.0002250, but it has taken a similar graph, similar development. And even though there has been some buying, as you can see, for the volume itself up to 449 million, it hasn't really pushed the price up where we actually want it to be. Money tree, well, we have definitely been reaching out to the money tree because we don't see many trades now for the past 3 weeks. Last week we actually only had one trade, and that was on the account that has the low risk but also has all the currency pairs, and we made $9.56 or 0.2%, which is obviously nothing major. And I did promise you that I was going to try and get some feedback here also from LeapFX, which are the developers of the money tree. And again, the basically correspondence with them is a bit longer than what you have on the screen here. But I'm saying again here, if there's any idea what's going on with the money tree, and basically explaining to them what I have seen over the last many weeks, that people are buying an EA, but it's not really trading. We have always seen that one to trade somewhere between maybe 5 and even more than 20 a week. And now LeapFX seems to blame the market conditions, that they are not right. Yes, they have been special maybe, but not that special that will continue to stop all of a sudden here. They mentioned it's very slow. We can see that also on our profit retriever robots. Things are a bit slow. We can see it also on the Trade Explorer. And obviously, yes, it happens sometimes, but this seems to be very much out of the ordinary. But that is pretty much the official information that I can share with you here at the moment. So definitely disappointing news. Let's hope that it's going to come back very, very soon with a lot of cash in again. Cash in again definitely is the profit retrievers. That is the main course for week 33 here, where US 30 made $793 or 7.9%. The Aussie Japanese currency also here very strong, $463 or 4.6%. And then we have the second US 30 index here, $426 or 4.3%. So very nice to see both of the indexes up there again in the top three. Aussie Japanese number 2 signal, $384 or 3.8%. And Great British Pounds USD number 2 signal also here, $344 or 3.4%. Total, if you would have traded those top 5 here in the last week, you would have made $2,411, 4.8%, and that is definitely good enough for us, and definitely shows again the profit retriever, how well it's actually performing and how stable it is. Now, if we talk about stability of it, obviously you can see that we bring the history of our entire portfolio every single week. We are now up to 525 days. You can see the profit is slowly but surely going up and up. And one of the things that is worth mentioning when you see some of these data here is the net profits that the EA has cashed in for the last many months. If we have a look at May, it was 18,500. If you look at June, 18,300. And in July, 19,800. We can already see now in August, we are up at 13,400. So there is a very, very good and stable income all the way over since our April disaster, where we had one EA blow up back then. Still managed to do about 10,000. But since then, the results of 18 or 19,000 here seems to be an extremely good and stable part of the profit retriever overall. Now you can obviously find a lot more details on the profit retriever. If you want to trade it yourself, you can basically go have a look at our portfolio. You can look at the individual currency pairs that we are trading, up to about 25. You can go and have a look at them, see how well they are operating. You have direct links to FX Blue. That will show you all the trades within minutes of what we have. Or you can actually go and have a look at our new FTMO portfolio. This was set up between us and Expert Forex. Alex asked us to try and put something together. And he basically picked out a couple of currency pairs that might work at the end of the day. Now, since then, in the beginning, we certainly saw it coming good. We kept within the 5% drawdown that you're normally supposed to. But then again, this market here has been a bit of a special one, has been some major movements, even though most of the time it has been slow. And that actually has kicked the drawdown for this particular account over the 5% limit, and that also means we went up to as high as 9.6, which is not really a disaster when you are just trading the profit retriever normal. That's actually quite good. But when you are talking about the FTMO, then that will definitely kick you out of those particular trades, and you will also basically have lost out on your trial account here. But again, we mentioned this one to be a test and demo to show you if it was possible to trade the profit retriever. We're going to make some changes also in here, so basically lower the lot sizes, and hopefully that will create a better environment where we can continue to be below 5%. But overall, you can see individual weeks, they are profitable and they are making some cash in. Monthly returns, of course, is not as high as you would normally see it, only 6%. Normally, most of our profit retrievers run around 8 to 15%. But again, this is all about the drawdown in here, and you can obviously find a lot more on our website. If you are interested in the profit retriever and how to get the max amount out of it, then this is the video you need to watch. This is our profit retriever top 10 results review, where we are looking back every single week, where at the last 4 weeks results, which ones are the best ones, which are the most stable ones. And once again here for week 33, it was actually top 10 accounts here made 13,000 over the past 4 weeks. That gives you a very good idea of which currency pairs you should actually trade, which ones are the ones working the best at the moment. Now, obviously, if you are not interested in doing this, you can, again, on our website here, go to the copy link trading instead and simply log in there with Expert Forex. You can use our signals or other traders that are in here. That's entirely up to you. But that will provide you a very good experience of either trading this one yourself or simply letting us try to do this for you. You still have the power to put in a factor, so basically deciding your own risk strategy in here. So everything is still open, even though you might not know everything about trading the profit retriever. Now, the spaghetti trader, this is our Achilles heel that we are trying to work with, and I think we are coming to the end of it, simply trying to get this one here to work. We know it's a free EA from Expert Forex, and that is probably also the reason why it's free. From week to week, we can get it to work, and then all of a sudden we have a week similar to what you see here. Complete disaster on the 15-minute chart. We are down by 8%. On the 1-hour chart, we lost $1,335 or minus 13.7%. And then on the 4-hour one, nothing happened at all. And this is actually after, even though we weeded out some of the currency pairs that had previously not managed so well. And definitely when the month is over, and it is coming very, very soon, less than 10 days to go here, then basically we will put the spaghetti trader in the bin and basically say, well, we couldn't get this one to work, but at least you know exactly how it trades. And you can obviously find a lot more about that on our website here too, showing you exactly how well we have done on the 15, 1-hour and 4-hour chart here. You can go and find all the details there. And again, if you have any good and decent information trading this particular EA, then we would like to hear from you. The one that we can get to work is the Trade Explorer, and the Trade Explorer seems to be cashing in on the low side at the moment. The 22 pair we have made $114 or 0.8% For week 33, the 10 pair one, which seems to be our favorite here normally, is 239 or 1.7%. But that one was the one that a few weeks back now here had a bit of a crash. We lost a bit out on it. And we show you again here the recovery from there. We have been trading this one now for 100 days. We're actually quite happy with this one. And I think a lot of people are. But obviously the 10 pair one had this little crash where we lost out on about $2,662. Since then, as you can see, it has been coming back. We haven't made any changes to the EA itself. We don't believe that that is necessary. We are running a very, very low risk, as you can see already. And the last many weeks has shown also that profit is still coming in. 231 for the week after the crash, 239. And now we can see that part of the market here is not really working well for the trade receiver, only 121 at the moment. But we also, again, have to tell you in our experience, sometimes we can have these things in July and August. Last year, definitely we saw on the profit retriever, it was a very, very low profits. And then coming September, everything starts to move again. Everything starts to be volatile. And that is also here where the Trade Explorer has the finer points. So definitely it is cashing in. But by the looks of it, it's going to take a bit more than a few weeks until we are back on track. But definitely by end of September, I do expect, fingers crossed here, that we have made all the profits back and then some. Now, we haven't made any new videos this particular week because we are deeply in some research that we can't really share with you here at the moment. But it has definitely been a very good week, or the last 10 days, where Expert Forex and Alex has again put focus on the profit retriever, trying to make this better, and also at the same time the prop crusher here. And those two EAs are currently being worked on by Expert Forex. We give you a bit of an insights and our feel for it in this particular video here. So if you haven't seen it yet, please go and have a look. And also Expert Forex for this week made one EA, or actually already out last week here, for the Forex prop crusher also versus the profit retriever. Also here explaining exactly what are the differences, what are the positive negatives, how are they operating at the moment. And there is definitely a strong focus from their side here to make sure that those two EAs will go forward and hopefully also produce even better results than what we have already seen. And that's what we had for you in this week's news report. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope also that you're gonna join the webinar that we have mentioned in here with the Trillant. If you are interested in Trillant, you can always send us an email with your details, and we will obviously get back to you again. Otherwise, I'll hope to see you on one of my next videos. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report. So please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way, you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.